Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition. My name is Rhoda, and I will be teaching us how to take measurements today. From our last class, I remember telling us that we would visit how to take measurements, and that's what we are doing today. So measurement is very important. Let me start by saying measurement is the most crucial part in fashion design. No matter how beautiful your outfit is, if it doesn't fit, then you have not done well enough. So I always tell people to take their measurements very well. Measurement is very, very important. So I'll go right into it now. I always tell people also to ensure that they take every measurement, whether you need it or not, whether you need it at that very moment or not. You might need it one day, and the person might take all measurements. All measurements. If you're making a blouse, take measurement for both the blouse and skirt. You take measurement for both the blouse and the trousers. Anything you want to make, you take the measurements in it and take the ones that you might not need at that moment. Okay, so I'll go right into it. So there are some measurements we take this way. We take them horizontally, and then there are some other measurements we take vertically. So we call some horizontal measurements. We call the other ones vertical measurements. So measurements are basically divided into two parts, horizontal and vertical. Okay, now the horizontal measurements are usually taken this way, flat, and vertical this way, from top down. Okay, so I will start with all the horizontal measurements, and then let us know how to take the vertical measurements as well. The measurements we usually start with is the head measurement, head, and we use that to make caps. Like I said, we'll be taking the measurements we need and the ones we do not need. So we take head measurements first, and they are used in making caps. My mannequin does not have a head. Thankfully, I have a head. So how we use my head measurements, okay? So we come from the back, the fullest part on your back, the back of your head. We place the tape there and bring it to the forehead, and it has to be firm. So from the back, bring it to the forehead, and it has to be firm. Then I hold it with 2 fingers this way. So if you can see what I have here, what's that? 24. 24 is my head measurement. The next measurement is the shoulder measurement. You ask your client to turn their back this way, and then take from one end of the shoulder to the other end of the shoulder. Ensure you locate where those bones are. There is always one bone around our shoulder. You can just touch your shoulder this way. You will notice where there is a bone here. So from that end to the other end of the shoulder, this way. This way. So my mannequin is 15 shoulder, 15 measurements. Okay. The next measurement is the neckline. Neckline. That's the circumference of the neck. This part of the neck where you have your collarbone. That's where we take the neck measurement from. So you would want to ask that, what if I don't want my top? What if I don't want the neck of my top to be this high? Okay, yes, you would not necessarily use this measurement actually, but it will help you know how wide the person's neck is. So whatever neckline you want to achieve, ensure that you have this circumference of the person's neck so you can work with it. So as long as you have the person's neckline measurement, you can then add, if you want to add to the depth of the neck, or you want to add to the width of the neck, you can then decide. So knowing the neck measurement, neck circumference, neckline is very important. So my mannequin's neckline is 14. This person's neckline is 14, as you can see, 14. I'll move on to the next measurement, which is usually the chest line. Now you would notice that I am having line. So you're going to be hearing more of that line. Those lines are the vertical measurements. They are the ones coming this way. And then the horizontal measurements is going that way. Wherever you see line, just know that the measurement is coming this way. So I have the chest line. all measurements should be started from the shoulder. You start from the shoulder up here. When we usually have this joining on our outfits, this joining here, where we can join the back to the front. Yes, so that's where we usually take our measurements from. I'll place my tape on that line, then I take it to wherever I want. What we are doing right now is the chest line. From there to the chest line. The chest line of this mannequin is 5 inches. Yes, please, before I go on, we are working with inches. We're not working with cm. We're not working with centimeters. The tape, your measuring tape, most measuring tapes have 2 parts. This part where the numbers are bigger is inches. The back, where the numbers are smaller, is the cm, centimeters. We're working with the inches. And even if a measurement was sent to you and it was taken in centimeters, you can always convert it. How do you convert it? You convert it by just turning the tape to the other side. So let's say I measure something. Let me use centimeters. For example, I measure centimeters. I measure in centimeters this person's chest line, and it gave me 12 cm. How do I convert it? You simply convert it by turning your tape to the other side. And when you turn your tape to the other side, you have 5 inches. So you're not converting with plus and minus. You're only converting by turning the tape to the other side. Okay? Very simple. Very, very simple, right? Yeah. So we move. I go back to the chest line 5 inches. Now, on that very line, where I have 5 inches, I'll take my tape round this person this way, and that's where I will measure the person's round chest measurement, or you call it circumference of the chest. Just call it whatever name you would know you would remember when you want to use it, okay? You can call it chest round chest, chest circumference, okay? The nomenclature does not really matter as long as you would remember what you have taken. So this person's chest measurement is 37 inches. Don't forget that I took it on the chest line. I'm moving on to another line, which is the bust line. The bust line of this person is 9.5. How do I know where to take the measurement? Okay, the fullest part on the bust. The fullest part on your bust, where you have your nipple, when you have worn your bra. When you have worn your bra. So that is the part where you take the measurement, where you have your nipple. So all measurements, whenever you are taking anybody's measurements, ensure that the person is wearing everything that the person needs to wear. The right underwears. Some people wear undergarments that would help compress their tummy, body magic, all of that. So if the person is going to wear all of that, when the person will be wearing the outfit you are making, please ensure that the person is wearing it when you are taking the measurement. The right padded bra, everything that the person needs to wear. Okay. Okay, so like I said, this person's bust line is 9.5. So on this bust line, this very bust line, that is where I will take the bust measurement, which is the circumference of the bust. So it is very easy. As long as you can get the line measurement, as long as you can get the vertical measurement, you can always get the horizontal measurements easily. Okay, so it's not rocket science. Just calm down and take it right. So this is the bust measurement on the bust line itself. On the bust line, on the fullest part of the bust. So when you want to take that measurement, ensure that it is a bit loose. We call this ease. Ensure you put some ease allowance on the bust. Because whenever you are putting on an outfit, you don't want the bust area to press. You don't want the bust, the fabric to be for there to be so much tension around your bust. You don't want so much tension around your bust. Okay. So we do all of this to reduce some tension, add some ease allowance to your bust measurement. So this is how we do. Ensure you can move your tape this way. Ensure you can move your tape up and down, up and down, up up and down, not so much really. Up and down, up and down. So this person's bust measurement is 37 inches. 37. After the bust measurement, we move to the under bust. First, we check the line measurement, which is the vertical measurement. From the shoulder again to the person's under bust, just after the bust, where you have that iron, the iron under the bra. Yes, that's where we take the under bust measurement, just under the bust, directly under the bust. So this person's under bust 13 inches. So on this 13 inches exactly, I will take, it's a very important, and get a measurement size. We are 50% almost done. Okay, so the person's round under bust is 28 inches. We're moving on to the waistline. Natural waist is usually about 2 inches away from your under bust. 2 inches away from your under bust. So, for example, you don't have the person's waist measurement. What do? You just add at 2 inches. So there are some formulas we use in getting some measurements. You don't, so 15, okay, 15. That's where you will take the person's waist measurement. The waist measurement is usually the smallest part on your waist. That's where you can tilt this way. That part where you can bend this way. That's your natural waist. That's usually the place where we attach peplon. That's usually the place we attach anything you want to attach around the waist. That's usually where we have some joining. When we're making a dress, we usually join around the waist most times. We join around the waist. So that is where you're going to have your joining. That's where you're going to have your joining most times. Except you're making another design where you have a joining somewhere else. But naturally, most times the joining is usually on the natural waist. So on 15, I will take the person's waist measurement this way. Waist measurement has to be taken firmly. Am I taking the round under bust? Round under bust is 27. On under bust. Round under bust. Let me take it back. Oh, it's not at 27. Round under bust here is 29. Yes, round under bust is usually bigger than the waist. 29. Well, this fabric is giving me some fullness around here too. So all of that should be considered when you are taking measurement. The person is not wearing something so bulky inside, so it doesn't add to the person's measurements. And then this person's waist is 26. As you can see, it's about 3 inches smaller than the round under bust. 26. There's a measurement we call high hip. It's usually about 4 to 5 inches above the natural hip, where the full hip is, where the bum is at the back. Okay, so usually it is usually where your blouse will stop. If you're wearing a blouse, where it will stop. That place is called high hip. So you take it this way. You take your tape this way. Please note that whenever you are taking any vertical measurements, always bring your tape across your bust. You should lay gently on your bust this way. So if you notice, when I was taking the under bust, I took it this way on the bust. When I was trying to take the waist, I brought the tape this way as well. Okay, so it is very important to always bring your tape over your bust. And then for the high hip, I come down this way as well and check this person's high hip is like so. That would naturally be the person's blouse length. Then on that point, I will take the high hip, which is round that part where I just took. Now to get the measurements, I will make it wide It's not going to be fitted. This part, this measurement is usually not fitted because we don't want the top to be so firm around the person's hip. The top needs to be a bit loose around the end. Yeah. So you should have room. You're going to take it like you took your first measurement. You should be able to move your tape around this way. See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? You should be able to move your tape around this way. So for this person, high hip, I have 34. 34. Now I am moving on to the hip. The hip is the fullest part on your hip. The fullest, where you have that curve, where you have this curve just around your hip. Then place your tape on your shoulder again and come lay your tape over the ball, gently over the ball, and then down to the hip, the fullest part of the hip. This person's hip line is 26. 26. Then, like we've been doing, on that point, we will take the hip measurement round the hip. So this one as well needs to be free. You should be able to move the tape up and down, up and down. You notice that you're moving, the tape is not moving free, just add some ease to it. You should be able to move your tape up and down, this way, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'm able to move this tape. This person's hip measurement is 42 inches. From here, I'll move to the knee length. Well, why do you need a knee length measurement? You need your knee length. If you're making a mermaid dress, yes, you need your knee length so you can know where the fullness of the dress will start from. Mermaid dress, those dresses that are usually fitted from the shoulder down to the hip, and then after your hip, when you're going towards your knee, then they usually have some fullness. Yes, so you would need your knee length if you're making such a dress, or if you're making like a panel dress, what we call 6 pieces. Yes, 6 pieces, 4 pieces, any kind of pieces. So we need our knee length measurements for that as well, so we can know where the fullness will start from. Now, your fullness is not going to start on your knee, exactly on your knee. It's going to start about 4 inches above your knee. Start 4 inches above your knee. Why? So your movement doesn't get restricted. When you're trying to move, when you're walking, you need to be able to move free. So if your joining is right, if your fullness starts right on your knee, it will still restrict your movement. But if it starts just above your knee, then you will be able to move freely that way. Like I said, 4 inches above your knee. That is where we take our knee length measurement. So I come from the shoulder again. I go down this way, keep going down. So you will get the leg. 4 inches above the knee. 4 inches above the knee. This is 37 inches. So we can just use the opportunity of having the tape this way. Use the opportunity to bring down our measurement to get the dress length, okay? So we're going to get our short dress and our long dress length this way. This is where you would ask the person, how do you want it? Where do you want it? So there is a meaning is usually up here, okay? And there is a mid-length dress, and then there is a long dress length. Mini dress, mid-length dress, and then long dress length, okay? Mini up here, mid-dress just around the knee or before the knee, and then long dress. The person wants it like 3/4 just before, just after the knee. That's also another kind of length. So there are different kinds. This just depends on the client, okay? This just depends on the client, how the person wants it. So that's it about measurements. Okay, another one that I have not taken, which is also very important, is the armhole. Armhole is here. See how I did it? I brought my tape this way, under the arm, then I brought it up to the shoulder. Now it is not firm. there is space. We usually have ease allowance here as well, where I can move the tape around, this way. So this person's arm hole is 15 inches. Did you see the fullness I have here? I have some room because I have room enough to put like 3 fingers of mine here. I have room enough to put 3 fingers here. So see, this is how to take the arm hole and then the sleeve length from up the shoulder here to whatever length the person wants. This is the short, this is the 3/4, this is the long. So on those points as well, you will take the round sleeve. So if this person's short sleeve is 8 inches, I will take the round sleeve from that point and hold my tape with 2 fingers this way. The round sleeve of this short sleeve is 10 inches. And then if the person wants this 3/4 sleeve on this point, 12 inches. That is the same point that I will take the ease allowance. So this is 10 inches. And then I go again to take another sleeveless, which is 12 inches. On that point as well, I will take the round measurement. This is also 10 inches. I go again to take another length, 16 inches. On that point as well, I move it around. I place my tape around. I move my tape around. This is 9.5 inches. Last but not the least, 22, or if you want it longer, 22. And then I take my round sleeve on that point as well. Ensure that this place is big enough for your wristwatch. The person is going to be using a wristwatch. Ensure that this is wide enough for so we can have room enough for the wristwatch. 8 inches. So that's it about measurements. If that's it about measurements, if there is not any other measurements you need. There are also measurements we take for trousers. So there are measurements we take for different kinds of outfits, for different styles. But this is what we have just done is the general measurement. General measurement. So if you now need any other measurement for what you are making, you can then include it. But you can work with all that we've done today. You can work with all of these measurements that we've done today, that we've taken today. This is the general basic measurement that every designer should take on a client. Okay, it doesn't really matter what the person is making or not. So even if I want to make trousers for someone now, the only measurement that I have not taken is this thigh, round this thigh, and usually around the fullest part of the thigh. And then there's something we call crotch, what some people call flap. It's called crotch, crotch, crotch. Yes, there are ways of taking that as well. You have the person sit on a flat surface, this way, and then take the measurement from the person's waist, where the trouser will start from, to the surface of where the person is sitting on. So I could have this mannequin sit on this table and then tell the person, and then I'll take the measurement from there to where to the surface of what the person is sitting on. We will revisit that when we are probably making trousers. Okay, so that's about measurements. Thank you so much for having me. We will, in our next class, we'll be learning how to cut some basic wears, very simple wears, like a bubu dress for a child, a bubu top for an adult. So that's about measurements for today. Thank you so much for having me. We'll see you again in our next class.
Well, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Rhoda. We are grateful. God bless you, ma'am.
Amen.